Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel here today. Today we're continuing our Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei reaction series here with the OVAs? Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, I guess we're calling it. So yeah, new part, Zoku done. Zoku was very funny, and I'm a little bit confused. I'm confused what an OVA for this show even looks like, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like the rest of the show itself feels kind of like an OVA, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. Either way, YouTube comments up there ready to go. I have a couple here from Iwayuru. This one here is on the longer side. I'm probably going to skip certain portions. Some of it is a little bit liner notey, where it's like, yeah, that was... I read that in the liner notes, so at least some equivalent of it. But either way, I'll pick and choose from this comment. First and foremost, this is probably good. We explained the format of Goku. So there's only one sub-release available. It's been linked. It's the one I'm downloading. GG is the set of subs. It's the big old pack in YA. Again, it's in the Discord if you want the specific copy. But the interesting format of this is it's an AOD or original anime DVD, a little bit different than an original video animation, which is OVA, I believe. So this was a small 3-episode DVD that came bundled with the manga volumes, really very much made for the fans. I'd be... Like, it didn't broadcast on TV is the point. I'd be surprised if even some Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei fans that have watched the show all the way through have even seen this portion. I don't know if this thing's on streaming at all, but if it's on streaming, this is the kind of thing that I would imagine wouldn't be on streaming. I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm assuming there. All 3 episodes are full length. I could do all 3. I'm choosing to hold out because, again, the show is pretty chaotic. It's got its own set of liner notes. I don't know, it's probably just going to be proper episodes, and if I'm going to do 3 episodes of this thing at a time, I think my head's going to explode, so let's not do that. We get a little bit wink-wink, nudge-nudgy here, inferring that certain famous people may be working on certain things in this OVA. We're going to have to see, or again, OAD or whatever we said before. It was very fun seeing the culmination of the opening over the course of Season 2. I thought that was nice. Again, apparently there's a few, like I thought I only really saw color at kind of episode 12-ish, but apparently that had been kind of building for a while. And then, yeah, full uninterrupted color version for episode 13. What a treat. What a treat, everybody. Again, as I said last week, already one of my favorite openings. Really, really love it. I feel like, yeah, again, the show last week was good in moments without the show itself, actually, not just last week, I think is really good in moments without actually coming together to be anything yet. People keep assuring me that it does at some point, so I'm going to hold out hope, but I don't know. It's just Sensei shows up and does a bunch of stuff for a bit, which again, I like that. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if, yeah. I don't know. Also here, there's a lot of stuff with Kumeta's previous works that is obviously the context that I'm missing. Again, because he's a mangaka, a lot of the jokes that were in the manga would be based around other manga as well, if that makes any sense, right? So again, I haven't read that many manga, like self-confessed, so again, it's just not my wheelhouse for sure. So yes, I don't know about specifically Kumeta's trials and tribulations in serialization and, you know, getting a genuine successful manga off the ground and whatnot, him winning awards and trying to ward off the misfortune that would come from the balancing act of something good happening, something bad would have to happen in return, and trying to get rid of that. That's quite interesting. I do like the name The Dark Prince of Manga too. That's good gear, and the whole holding a funeral for himself type beat too. Like, yeah, it's all pretty crazy. The Ava joke from last week was fantastic. Again, I know people like that. That's why it's hitting really good. Like, super Evangelion fans that get really into this, like, heady philosophical side of things, and like, and it's like, yeah, but you only got into that through something pretty nerdy, through like a robot show. Shouldn't you get in the robot show? And again, they're smart people, but I just find it funny that they've gotten into that stuff from this avenue. And again, specifically calling out Fujiyoshi for that, it's good gear. It's really, really good gear. And Gainax working somewhat on Zoku as well in assisting production. Again, yeah, they know their fans for sure. With this kind of stuff, so Haruhi originally aired in 2006, but again, you're right. So if this thing's in 2007 or whatever we said. I don't know when it was. Around then this thing would have been out for a little bit, would have permeated the culture, penetrated and all that kind of stuff, and then production would have started on this. You would have thought, therefore everybody's aware of these jokes, everybody knows that they're going to have staying power, let's put them in the thing. Why not? Big old tangent here about Goro Miyazaki as well. I don't know, man. Everything I learn about Hayao Miyazaki, I just continue to think that he's just a bit of a curmudgeon. Again, an extremely talented curmudgeon, but still, it doesn't reflect nicely on him, I don't think, this whole story. Anyway, I digress. And as always, doing a couple of literature references towards the end of the episodes, we have Daddy Longlegs by Jean Webster for episode 12, which is very cool. Has an anime adaptation. Pog, we like that. And of course, Anne of Green Gables very famously has an anime adaptation. In fact, now two. I hear the new one's quite good. Should be up my alley. May even appear on polls at some point. We'll see. Maybe a bit boring for polls now that I think about it, but I would like to see it. That's the major point here, I guess. And with this last comment here, we're kind of going on our Buddhist stuff again. I can't believe it's not Land of the Lustrous. So the old friend's name is Ikkyu, and the reason he was pretty shook by it is because of certain connotations associated with it. Ikkyu was a real Buddhist monk, and he's kind of a very well-known figure in Japan. He's usually portrayed as a small, mischievous kid with a shaved head. So yeah, it's weird. He's kind of been cartoonified and characterized as this version in media that he is portrayed as, but in reality, he was quite an extreme person about Buddhism and had some extreme views there. His name also reads something like One Pause, and again, the old friend's joke was that he was a one-day friend, so one pause, one day. It's a Japanese joke, it's very funny. Please laugh. And again, I'm not stupid. Like, I kind of see this stuff in the background a little bit. I wish it was a little bit more overt. I don't know. Yeah, I find the philosophy of this show sometimes quite interesting, especially early. I thought we were going to dive into that stuff a lot more. And then, in my opinion, it's just kind of become a comedy. And we've deviated away from that stuff with time. To the show's detriment, potentially. But also, again, do we have as many chances to be as funny as we do with keeping that stuff? Probably not. You only have a certain amount of screen time. Yeah, so I would like, practically, physically, more tangibly, some genuine philosophy from the show. I think that would be cool. But either way, we'll leave that one there for now and move on to some Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, but not without thanking the patrons first and foremost. I have a Patreon. It's linked in the description below. If you want next week's episodes 1 week early, then it's there for you. Have a look. Many people have done this, up to and including Mickey Babbers, AJ, Bananarama Hamadama-sama, Capella, Chibaribi, Copley, Dapper Dwarf, Ed, Fancy Question Mark, Fleur Nightingale, Fruit, Fusel, Gloria Tenebrae, Glyke, Greybeard, Guano, Gus N, Hans Peter, I'm Mildly Anxious, Ika, Iwayuru, Yaku Yavden, Jacob R, Chummy Boo, Joran, Kasogtha, Kelvin, Clem, Nosta, Cot Begemot, Lick H, Lou, Marco-san, Mistake L. Chen, Molly Weinberger, Mr. Maniacs, Parnik, Pencil Sharp 333, Ron Lad BNK, Saint Lily, Sal, Sam1373, Skeleton, Tentacult Member, Waifu Overdose, Without a Net, Yuki Ali, Zach, Akumansa, Binshi, Voodoo Chili, and Aiden O'Brien. Thank you to everybody for giving me money. I enjoy the money. And yeah, let's jump into this thing. I don't really know what to expect. I think it's just going to be more show. Now, traditionally with these kind of really fan-dedicated things, they tend to go in two different directions. One, they can get really esoteric and weird and offbeat, maybe do some, dream scenarios and whatnot, that kind of thing. What ifs, that kind of framing of show. Get a little bit more wacky with it, which I don't even know what that means for this show, but anyway. Or they get horny. It's one of the two. I expect both, if I'm honest. This is for the fans. Expect the fan service. That would be my 2 cents. So, potentially there's some bathhouses and beach episodes and whatnot on the horizon. I don't know. Could be fun. We'll see. Either way, I'll get those up now and let's jump in. Why not? Radio, I have episode 1 of Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei up there ready to go. 23 minutes and 41 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly with your own copy. I have the GG subs. It's a 720p copy. It's very it's the DVD release, I think. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's linked in Discord, or I've got a picture-in-picture version in the description below if you don't even want to worry about any of that stuff. So yeah, let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1. Go. Okay. Oh, I liked this in the past. Okay. This is delightful. I'm very white, though. And I'm recording. Kinda. Bye-bye. With my stepmother? Okay. This seems like an opening with some additions. Now, I thought that would potentially go in this direction. Holy fuck. But that certainly looks like some, Gekidan Ikukari, right? Inukari? I don't know. Madoka guy. Inukari? I think so. I could look up on my telephone, but I don't think I will. Just the way the comment was talking, I was like, famous Shaft person with a very distinct style. Well, not even Shaft person, I think. Well, works for Shaft, has worked for Shaft. Oh, he's like by himself. Yeah, add this to the list of versions of this opening, too. Yeah, this is rad, for sure. Holy fuck. Trippy. I don't know, bro. They have the sauce. That's all I'll say. Okay, hello. Hello. Valentine's Day. Most certainly is. Wonder if Sensei's going to be a little bit of a downer about this. Well, you want it to be like a leap year thing. Oh yeah, all the Olympics, World Cup, any of them. Christmas too? You're a Grinch, Mr. Zetsubou. Yes. Some chocolate? Naive princess? Sure. Have we always had the year up there on these things too? That's kind of fun. It's very normal, Nami. Because I'm not perfect like you. uh, uh. Oh, that's fantastic. It's very accurate. Oh, great shot. Ew. The sound effect. The hell's a honey trap? Honey packs? I think you're being a little bit, pessimistic. Nyan Nyan from that country? I agree. When did it turn into a honey trap segment? Who the hell are these freaks? I thought we were maybe going there. It's correct. They're not very. Shoutouts to Clanad. Shoutouts to Haruhi. Does that say Clanode? Oh. Kaere. Oh, with a fan. That was unexpected. That's a great fucking. The image of her on stage and them all looking at the TV is a great image. What is this Nyan Nyan business? Did Kaede just get put in a coffin? Oh, more of this stuff. I like the stuff with her hair there. Okay. Go on then. Okay, tell us a secret. Oh, oh. It's not Chie. I can't say this is new Gal Games. I can't say I thought that this is where the Valentine's Day segment was going. Yeah, they don't give a shit at all. That shot there was kind of Evangelion-y too. Well, anime itself. Ooh. Interested. Who could that be? I've never seen a show like Haruhi as much, except Lucky Star. I mean, I could. The face was all fucking wrong. Okay. Oh! Lucky Star. Lucky Muta. Sure. With the, like, funny, like, curvy faces. Mm hmm. Hmm. She's always here. For a long time. Yeah, a lot of this stuff this episode with the hair, right? Great point. I agree. I disagree. The stuff that I haven't aired is fucking Hog's Trollop. It sucks. Oh, epileptic sieges. Oh, the hidden effort, bro. I don't know. I kind of agree with both of these perspectives. Yes, there is a lot of work behind the scenes on these things, but it doesn't mean that a lot of it's good. You generally work through the bad stuff to produce the good stuff, but it's still a lot of hard work. Ooh. Oh, that's terrible. Special programs? Like what? Everyone's very shady. Yeah. Great. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what happened to your face? Oh, the unaired battles. Yo! There's mad beef. That's crazy. Ren? Like what? I don't know. It's not how life works. Okay, so now that's gonna propel you to see what. Wait, he's actually giga cool at the gym? Okay, maybe not. 5 times 5 reps of suicide. Get this motherfucker the iron neck. More? What, breathable masking tape? Techno Maestro. What? Why are we hating on Anya? That's random. Very 2000s-y joke. Yeah? Mm-hmm. Okay, good thing that Chie stuff isn't aired very often. Behind the scenes. I don't think that that's what actually happens further, but sure. I think that's fiction. Feet? What is a Geppeldonga? Uh... How the fuck did you do that? Chiri will beat your ass with a fucking shovel. That's kind of... That looks awesome. Oh. Okay. Yeah, look at the background. Because this is an on-air battle, we can't show how fierce they actually are. Oh, dude. The Maria fucking thing. The misprint. Okay, heavy bag. On to the next one. Oh, Halloween. Sure. I'll come along. Bit of a cosplay type thing. Harumi's like you have to cosplay. Shield of Veracity. Okay. Well, this is going to be math because it's a Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei part about cosplaying, essentially. Everyone's going to be in weird costumes, right? Already spotted? Ooh, looking very snazzy. Bunch of cool uniforms in the back. Oh, it's like Peanuts or something. Oh. I don't have a preference. Oh, instead of trick or treat, that's great. Whoa. Witch. Is that a... I'll find out who it is. I've... The bow. I know. Are you now? Holy fuck, look at all those cosplayers. Okay. That one feels very specific too. Everything always fills you with despair. Okay, but things that have reverted from the original. Is that going to be her line now? I like it quite a bit. Or maybe it has been for a while. Okay, Halloween's being celebrated by... On Halloween. Who gives a shit? Money. Oh. Zombies? Ah. Low-hanging fruit, yes. It's a different type of curry. Wish it was translated. Oh, that's an optimistic view. Jesus Christ. I know. Kofkochon. It's the joke, I get it, yeah. Yeah, you don't want chocolate that tastes like the original. Great point. Yeah, too close to the original. What the hell is this? Well, you have as well. You're not in costume. Oh. Relicanth and Piplup. The dodo. Sure, let's get on a plane. Why not? Fuck it. Okay, now we're in costumes. Ah, Japanese soldiers continued to fight since World War II. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit happens, man. Times change. I mean, it would be a culture shock for sure. I agree. It's pretty. Jesus Christ, Mario, you okay? Very serious. Oh. Is this the teacher's pet one? I feel like the visual there was different. Yeah, little bit. Teacher's pet. That was more of the show. I didn't find any differences between that and the rest of the programming that I've been watching. It had a good amount of laughs. I wonder if I went back and watched that first season again, maybe I'd just understand what the show is going for a little bit more. I don't know. It's a weird one. Because I feel like the hit rate's gotten better on the jokes, but maybe I'm just more used to it now. So again, as I continue with the show, I feel like it's getting better and better, but maybe again, it's just me getting used to it too. It's a show that takes a lot of adjusting to, for sure. Right up there with Tatami Galaxy is probably the other thing on the channel I really struggled to adapt to early. Just again, a lot of anime are very similar to each other, so when you see something that's genuinely quite different, it throws you for a loop a little bit. Mm-hmm. Fucking rap god. Shisho? Yeah. That was episode 1. On to episode 2. Radio, I have episode 2 of Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei up. They're ready to go. 23 minutes and 40 seconds on this one. Sync up accordingly with your own copy. Let's give this thing a 3, 2, 1. Radio, 3, 2, 1. Go. Itoshiki? Another different version of the opening again? Or, yeah. Holy moly. That movement in the back's crazy. I don't know what to make of this version. This version makes it seem like a way more serious show. I mean, in the same way that I'm seeing kind of proto Monogatari in this show, it's fun to see proto Madoka as well. I mean, upon seeing this, it's no surprise that that portion of Shaft is that went on to bigger and better things, right? Like, even I think that comment implied as well that we're getting like this could even be somebody else as well. Yeah, very much like some of the Monogatari ending songs there, ending sequences. Who? Captain Gundam? Oh. He's gonna go to their houses? Pleasure in the process is the root of all evil. Okay, he is in many different locations. Ah. Mr. Kitty? Oh. I like the headband. You're not gonna come inside? What, you just... Oh. That's not... That's not what that means. This art style. Okay. I like this art style for Mario. That what a terrible thing to say. Jesus Christ. What are you talking about? Tried and true formula. The process. Happy endo. Omoshiroi. Also, what is this art style, chat room? Sure. It's a cool shot. The background. They're really committing to this art style with a little bit of a kind of like changing the voice acting too. Futsu. Oh, these three again. Look at their tires. Why'd you line up for a game then not play it? The process? Wow. Ningen drama. Oh. Komori. Yeah, you can't. Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah. Why don't you be normal sometimes, Sensei? It's everybody. The process of death. He's still in the process of dying and has been the entire time. Along with an anime meta joke. I don't. I don't. Oh. No, you murdered him. Sure. Alright, that art style was giving me a bit of a headache. Okay, we're back. What? What the hell are you talking about, man? Okay. Hmm? I predict a massive earthquake. Go back to your room. Holy fuck. That's some crazy editing. Is this like the countdown to the time or whatever? What the fuck? Yeah. You see them at every event, people asking for like tickets and stuff. It's like, you're insane. Yeah, you're insane. Yes, Maturu? Lavu lavu. Well, depending who you talk to, you may have more chance than you think. Okay. Nami fucking loves Apple products. What is this? Like, turn around behind the shoulder view. Weapon. That's terrible. That's also terrible. Yeah, this pose is very funny. Whoa. What? What? The hell are you guys talking about? Wow. What? Okay. You've been wavering on some dirty jokes? Okay. Love. I'm pretty sure most would like to be. How about my old friend? Okay. What? So do I. But why is that? That means nothing. What, did she mishear it? Was it a pun or something? Because now Chiyoru's being all yandere about it. Okay, I mean, no earthquake then. What a very of its time skit. That one was kind of crazy. Okay, art style again. Also, can you put a shirt on? What are you talking about? Name of the throws? What are you talking about? Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't read enough, guys. I'm gonna be real. Go on then, Australia. Oh, okay. Sure. Oh. Okay, they're gonna compete to name the books? What? Yes. I too get the joke. Okay. I don't know, some type of shonen. Okay, yeah, that's their rivalry. Why not? Sure. What are you talking about? A little bit. Sure. Fura? Wow. When did when did she get here? Is it? No. What? We're spamming that sound effect too. Wow. Yeah, what a misleading name. Yep, go kill yourself or something. Quick smart now, come on. Yeah, this is pretty despairing. Yeah. Okay, that's pretty good too. Holy shit. Sure, I mean, I don't know. Pun. Yeah, that last segment was fucking bad. It was nonsense, and the art style change did nothing for me. Um, I I don't know books. I don't know the references. It makes it difficult when we're coming up with funny names for books that I haven't read. Sorry. I thought the part with light novel names was kind of cute. How you can have Kudo doing the sophisticated ones and Kino doing the stupid, trashy light novel names. Pretty funny. Other than that, we had two segments with two art style changes, both of which just hurt my head. I would rather them not be in the show. So, I mean, if you're gonna do anything weird, do it in the OVA, but again, just doing nothing for me. Again, I prefer them relegated to ending songs and stuff like that. Yeah, I could not even tell you any of the segments that happened in the rest of the episode, which is probably kind of an indictment on the quality as well. I thought the middle one was maybe the best one from memory. It was one that didn't hurt my head, but also I'm failing to remember it as well, so I don't know. Sure. Sure. Okay, man, whatever you say. We'll probably stop him there, and I'll come back either tomorrow or later this afternoon, and we'll talk about them some more after I read the liner notes. I don't know. That was something. That was some more of the show. Why not? And we're back. It's been 2 days now, and I have some news. So, let me weave the full tale. I watched the episodes. I have my opinions about them. You'll see. I then sat down that evening afterwards and played some Deltarune, the new one. It seems pretty good so far. If you just want my 2 cents on it, but to do that, I needed to plug in a PS4 controller, as my PS5 controller got stolen. Very, very cool. When I plugged in my PS4 controller, Windows picked it up as a microphone. So did OBS. So I recorded like an hour 20 or something on these two episodes. Unusable. No audio. No audio on it at all. No. No, 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 no. No. And again, if you've been paying attention to the Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei stuff recently, this is like the second time in like a month, maybe a little bit over, that I've failed to record a segment. And last time I went back and re-recorded it, I'm not doing it this time. Not for the OVAs. So what we have here is a compromise. I've gotten up Google Docs. I've quickly jotted all this stuff down. Also, I only found out that it was muted like yesterday when I started to edit it. So I was completely caught off guard. Sucks. This fucking sucks. I'm serious. So we're going to be double checking. We're going to be charging this elsewhere. Fuck you. Fuck Undertale. I hate Undertale. Anyway, point being, I've got notes. We're going to summarize it that way. It's not going to be the most complete look at Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Hopefully I can get across what I liked about certain skits, what I didn't like about certain skits, and some overall takes there within. I don't know, fingers crossed. We'll see. I may bring up examples if I feel it's so necessary to do so, but yeah, we're just going to try to get out of this one alive, I feel. So, let's try and focus up. Goku Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, what did we end up calling it? It wasn't an OVA, it had a different name. It was an original anime DVD, of course. Yeah, I guess I'll skip to the end. What do I think about, like, the format, I guess? I just feel like I'm scratching my head. It feels like more of the show, but not cheap like a traditional OVA. So, okay, you get an OVA or something. It's normally kind of crap. It's normally fan servicey. It may be funny here or there. Maybe, you know, if you're super into the characters, super into the show, that kind of thing, it's obviously worth watching. But most of the time, it's not the show's top tier quality stuff. But for me, I feel like this isn't that much of a departure from the quality I was seeing in season 2 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, which is good. It's more of the thing, but it's also just more of the thing. I don't feel like there's been a significant enough jump from season 2 to season 3 in ambition, scope, production, blah, 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 for me to outright recommend it all that much. It really just, it feels like more of the show. And again, because of that, I can't categorize it very well. Like, a lot of it just doesn't feel like their best effort, but it's clearly a better effort than most other OVAs. So it's hard to talk about. Like, again, that's kind of my 2 cents. But again, as I come around here, show is good, character's funny, blah, 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 blah. That still remains true. And again, if it's just the show, then it's the show. And the show's Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. I was laughing. It was okay. So yeah, interested to see where I fall on this after episode 3. Next week, probably going to do that episode 3, as well as the first episode of the next season. But let's start with what's new. What's new and extremely high effort. Holy shit, I've had another look at that opening now, and holy shit, very, very good. I felt like the kind of episode 13 version of the opening felt like the final evolution. This is like Mega Evolution. This is like some Digimon type shit where we've just gone above and beyond to a level that I never even expected. And yes, I was in fact correct. This is the first iteration of the Gekidan Inukari style. Specifically, let me get up ANN again because it's a little bit, it's not exactly that troop yet. Yeah, it's Ayumi Shiraishi, who is one half of Gekidan Inukari. To my knowledge, I don't know if the other half is working on this as of yet, so I better get my facts right on that kind of stuff. But I mean, yeah, if you have any level of familiarity with Shaft or good anime, then you probably know about them. And it's a them. I always thought it was just a guy, but it's a troop. There's 2 of them. Yeah, Madoka is the most obvious example. Doing a lot of the, I don't know what you would call them, like the witch sequences from that show. Some of the best stuff in it. Holy shit. Lots of work on Monogatari as well, on some of the endings there. Also some specific sequences throughout the show. I also got spoiled. I know that Gekidan Inukari is coming back for season 3 of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, which I'm Zan, I believe, something like that. So look forward to that. That's going to be a something. I'm going to probably know it when I see it. And the work, it spans out from Shaft as well. There's lots of stuff, way too much stuff for me to list right here and now. But yeah, this is, again, I was talking about like proto-Shaft, proto-Monogatari, like the next step. This is it. This is one of the first things where they really got their start, you know? So that's really exciting. It's really cool. Specifically with this example, I think it's ultimately a little bit too busy, which is the same kind of criticism I have for their fantastic sequence in Madoka Rebellion, where it's just a little bit too much. There's not enough time to grasp all the different things that they're doing, but if you slow it down, you can see there's obviously a lot of intricacies there. Specifically loving the sequence where, you know, when normally Itoshki's like holding Senetsuki and they're flying through the air and that kind of thing, but kind of handing to all the different girls in a kind of papercraft kind of style. There's lots of good stuff there. Yeah, it's clearly really good. That's the kind of thing that I would want in some of this kind of extra stuff. It's a proof of concept. It's nice for the fans. It's not too new. You're building upon something that's already there. Just really, really, really good. Now onto the episodes proper, and I've kind of paired them up into the segments, as you can kind of see there. Some have a fair few notes, others don't really have many. Starting here, we have Valentine's Day into Honey Traps. It's mostly Honey Traps in the end. I write here, I kind of wish we just picked one or the other, and both are kind of awkwardly paced as a result. Again, I've been critical of this in the past. Just at a certain point, we kind of go from, okay, we're doing chocolate and Valentine's joke gags with the cast, and then randomly Sensei will say, oh, honey traps, and then it completely changes. Also, I wasn't familiar with the term honey trap, but it basically just means, okay, like, I'm going to pull you in with, sex or something like that, and then rug pull, because, again, it's a trap for a reason. As always, Cheery coming through with the bangers. I kind of just wish we focused in on Valentine's Day and made that, like, the whole subject here. I felt like that was the better half out of the two. I feel like the nerds not falling for the honey trap because they're not 2D waifu is a little bit played out. But again, maybe that's my perspective coming at this, 15 years later? More? So potentially, yeah, I don't know, maybe was a little bit more novel at the time. I tended to like the references towards the end. We're doing a lot of Haruhi, Lucky Star, Clanad. I'm very familiar with that Kyoto Animation side of things, so getting those pretty nicely. Next up, then, we have unaired battles. I guess I'm summarizing this one as. Now, this one I quite liked. Good kind of central idea, the skit, well-paced, that kind of stuff. Specifically kind of starting with Tsunetsuki, just kind of having that conversation there within and kind of expanding outwards, involving more characters. It felt like a little bit less abrupt than the previous skit, I would say. And again, it's a great template for us to do Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei stuff, right? We're doing kind of paranoid politics stuff. There's TV references, manga prizes, all these unaired battles behind the scenes that make the things that we see here and now today, right? There's a seedy underbelly to everything that you don't see, and those are the unaired battles that are often way more fierce than the ones shown. And again, all of that kind of jumping off of the premise of Tsunetsuki saying, ugh, I wonder what they're not broadcasting if they have to broadcast this. Yeah, I don't know, this one resonated. I liked the concepts, executed well. Good stuff. Sensei training his neck, probably my favorite joke of the entire session. The manga prize in particular is a really fun one as pertains to Kometa, because he's a little bit self-conscious about winning the prize, and again, I had to grease some palms to get this kind of thing, and he never takes it on his own merit that he just kind of did it. There always had to be some kind of sham behind it, or some kind of conspiracy. Like, it kind of feeds into the whole, like, I'm gonna do my own funeral type thing to kind of, like, reset my karma. Almost like, I'm too far on one side, I need to, come back to the other side and reset things, hence, again, the funeral. I don't know, it's very Kometa in a way that I appreciate. Another two really funny jokes were the unaired battles between the girls, specifically the Komori Tsunetsuki one, pretty understated, the Chiri Abiru one, way less understated. God, Chiri is violent. Am I getting a little sick of the Chiri is violent jokes? A little bit, maybe too. But she's still fun. She's still really fun. Like, again, the irony of Sensei being unaware of the unaired battles that go on for him, right? He's the kind of, target of the affections, and he's none the wiser, much like how Tsunetsuki was none the wiser about the hidden battles behind the scenes on TV and whatnot. Next up, I feel kind of similarly about this skit than the skit up here. It's kind of a skit of two halves, and I kind of wish we just went with the one half instead of trying to do both. So we do Halloween, and Halloween is chock full of references. Holy shit, if you guys have a chance, check out those liner notes. There is a metric shit ton of cosplay in this thing. And again, these were just the ones that I spotted, like, just from watching it. I just kind of noted them down without actually reading the liner notes first and foremost. Again, NGE, Dragon Ball, Urusei Yatsura, Street Fighter, Sailor Moon. Those are the normie ones. There's also a bunch of, like, Kometa bullshit in there too. So yeah, again, I want that to be the focus and us not to spin off to the next second thing as much. I feel like it really impacts the pacing, and really leaves me scrambling in the reactions. I'm like, where should I focus? Where should I expect things to go? And then be surprised when they go in a different, unexpected direction. I'm still, 2 seasons in, I'm struggling with that a little bit. Also, Chiri is cute, dressed up as Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. It was on the tip of my tongue during the reaction. I was very frustrated that I didn't just say it. Oh yeah, and shout-outs to that Harumi trick-or-treat joke. It's very, 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 very good. Yeah, that is some top shelf stuff, some of the best stuff in the show. And again, I see where they've made the distinction here. Halloween, okay, Halloween, we're doing costumes. How much do these costumes deviate from the original thing? Have they lost the spirit of that original thing in the process? Then you can kind of move on and do the Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei thing with it. And again, to the nth degree, the Japanese soldier returning from the jungle and finding out that everything has changed is a really fun way to look at that concept. Now, this whole Japanese soldier returning thing is a Twitter meme now. It's like Japanese soldiers still fighting war 28 years after the fact, or whatever the hell the text is on that thing, and that thing gets posted all the time. So I don't know, it's like strangely relevant here and today. It's like it's maintained relevance, which is funny. I don't know. I like the meme too. I think it's pretty chill. There was one joke which was leaving me a little bit yanksy, which was the Indian guy. I don't know how I feel about that, even if the joke at the core of it, curry in Japan being different from curry in India, is decently funny. I think I'm not ruffling any feathers to say that anime's got an interesting past when it kind of pertains to displaying the cultures of other Asian countries. Anyway, that's a huge can of worms that I don't really want to touch. Next up, few general things just about episode 1. Again, it's the pace. Pace is getting to me a little bit. I wish we would just sit with certain characters and situations for longer than we do. I feel like there's a good concept in certain spots, then we just spin off and do something else entirely, and it leaves me a little bit lost and left in the lurch. And again, as I say here, feels very much like more of the show rather than its next evolution. We don't need to reinvent the wheel every single time, but again, I'm left scratching my head at the point of this whole endeavor. I don't know. Again, I guess it's to sell the manga volumes or whatever it was sold with. So this was one I was a little bit critical of in the direct aftermath, where I was like, I don't know if that one works as well as I think it should. What's this suggest edits button? What the fuck? Anyway, I've kind of 180'd on it, especially after, analyzing it yesterday and having another chance to come at it here again, even after writing the notes. I think it's quite good. I still stand by this. I think this skit is hard to translate. Like, this being the kind of best summary I could come up with is probably telling, I think. There's also a lot of Japan jokes in it. Like, the Japanese love the process as opposed to the actual result. They're very much in love with method, as opposed to the reward at the end. Like, again, the stuff about loving lines as opposed to what's at the end of the line, I completely cannot relate to that on any level. I'm like, I just want to get to the end of the line. Where again, I think we're hitting something very funny and very self-referential with the kind of Japanese are like this, where again, I just don't have the context. Now, I think where it gets really interesting is when you consider Kumete in all of it, right? So, this kind of segment had an art style change. Take it or leave it. I think it's, the reason is it looks like Go, Southern Ice Hockey Club, which is Komete's first manga. So then the segment in of itself becomes a meta commentary about, the progress and the process of his art style changing and him getting better at certain things over time and worse at other certain things over time. It's also tied in with this really clever Chiri joke, right? Where the kind of initial premise is that, I'm going to drop by and see Chiri, right? Something that she would really want to have happen, and then he only really just passes by and says hello because, again, like, he's doing the process without actually what the process actually means. He's not fulfilling that side of the equation, and it becomes this really fun thing where he's like hallucinating the old art style, you could argue, since cut 33 of this segment. That kind of animation reference stuff always reminds me of Monogatari as well, so again, put it on the list. So again, it completely changes the skit, frames it in a new light, justifies the art style change, not including the Kometa stuff, which makes it very interesting too. The end there showing the progress of his character design changes between Go, Southern Ice Hockey Club, another manga, I believe Kate ni Kaizo, and Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. Like, again, you could also make the argument that the art style from this stuff is a better art style, quote unquote, than the one that is used in the actual show, which I think has got a lot of meat on the bone there for analysis too. Like, his actual successful manga, his, probably most popular thing, was the one with kind of a little bit more ramshackle, cartoonish style rather than the really expressive earlier kind of 90s style going on here. I don't know, food for thought. There's probably some semblance of philosophy there. Like, not trying as hard will lead to more success, and is that inherently good? Should we reward trying hard and whatnot? Yeah, I don't know. Food for thought, I guess. Now, this one's really fun too. There's going to be an earthquake / doing something even though it's fruitless. So the general gist of this one is that there is an earthquake predicted. I don't know how legitimate that is, but they think an earthquake is going to hit Tokyo, right? So people don't feel like doing anything, specifically Sensei. He knows that his specific manga won't get made, so he doesn't need to finish his portion of the manga. Because again, the whole process won't happen. There's no point. It's fruitless. Is there a point in doing something even though there's going to be no result by the very end? Again, sneaky philosophical, I guess. Again, good character stuff here. I like Chiri being the stick in the mud. I like panning to all the other characters that are just kind of lazing it up for the day. It's a new lens to see people through. There's a shot of Nami looking nonplussed. Nami is cute, so I'm all about that kind of stuff. And again, we've got another flip in the middle of a skit, and I flips here again, and I don't ultimately know if it's for the better. Just kind of going into a little bit more of a generic thing about the fruitlessness of certain actions and whatnot. Again, there's extensive liner notes in this segment too. I do like the repeated shot looking back over the shoulder, but used by a variety of characters. I felt like that was a good connecting thread. Adapting a bunch of manga-specific jokes that are specifically timely to the manga that were coming out at the time strikes me as a little bit odd. Specifically, it feels like, again, the magazines got delayed for some reason that week, and then we needed to write about it, and then every other thing was getting delayed that week too, and we can spin that off into jokes. That's what it feels like to me, and I don't know if that really translates as well current year, because again, I just don't have the context. I wrote Utena reference ? Here. I don't really think it's a Utena reference, but put it up on screen. I thought that was kind of funny, that the rose on the heart and whatnot, pretty good. As I write here, the Chiri serial killer ending, getting kind of old overall. I'd rather just do something else. I don't know. We've also gotten very meta about the different endings that we do too, so I'm sure that the show knows that they're using it a lot, or Kumeta knows, somebody knows. And finally, we have book reading time, and looks like we're going to end on a little bit of a downer, because I still kind of think this one sucks. I ended the kind of anime reaction thinking that it sucked, and yeah, I still kind of think it sucks, for sure. So I think it starts with the character designs. Apparently, the art style we're parodying is of Kiyo Kyujo. This is a kind of, I don't know what you call it, westification of the name. It's like Q, but Q, you know what I mean. Best known for Trinity Blood and Zone 00. Put some of that stuff up here. It looks good. It looks like good art. I don't know why it was chosen for this segment for the life of me. I have no clue at all. So again, do I need to be familiar with these works to get it, or I don't know. It's lost on me. What it gave me was a headache. I don't like the it might be good on manga pages. I don't like it in action anime wise. You got to crank the fidelity up for me to like that style a little bit more, I think. And again, I think it's weird for me to get on a high horse about it, but it's also kind of really like smutty. I didn't really like the midriffs at all. There was a lot of tit on screen. I don't know. Not my thing. So I think divorced from the art style, which I'm not a big fan of, I just think that the skit itself is kind of generic and hard to understand and kind of nothing overall. So I don't know books at all. Maybe that's stopping the jokes from landing. Judging from the liner notes, a lot of these are very Japanese word jokes as well. A lot of Japanese books too. Books specifically popular in Japan. Again, just really feels like it isn't made for me, and probably I shouldn't be the one to judge it. As I noted in the reaction as well, I thought that the light novel jokes were pretty good in that, you know, they've got really samey sounding titles. You can tell a light novel title when you hear it, right? It's overly long, sometimes a weird question, or abruptly short. It's never just like a normal book title. It's always got to be some bullshit. So I thought that was a decent joke and a decent spin on the whole premise there with Kudo and Kino and Sensei and stuff. Towards the end of the skit, we move away from the books side of things. There's a few films that we choose, a song, something about Robinson. Again, none of the references are hitting for me, so I'm like, even divorced from that stuff, I'm like, I'm not that hot on the skit. But I don't know, it was novel. I'll remember it. It sticks out. It's got an art style change. I don't know, I feel like maybe I'm starting to see through the cracks on some of these skits a little bit. If there's a skit that isn't that good, or the jokes aren't that great, in my opinion, they'll chuck some gimmick on it. It'll be the voice actors all swap around. It'll be, some big meta thing. It'll be an art style change like this. It'll be the art style segment like we saw previously as well. And again, those are hit or miss, but the cracks are starting to show. I don't think you guys have belief in the stuff behind it, I guess. You don't have belief in the skit enough to just let it sit. You have to attach some other bullshit into it for you to feel like it's okay to ship. And I just don't think that it's all that necessary. I don't know. So I guess episode 2 closing thoughts, overall final thoughts on what I saw. They were pretty good. It was pretty good episodes of Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei. I don't know if I'll remember them when all things are said and done, though. It's not going to be some of the best stuff in the series, I'll put it that way. Opening's really good, though. Shoutouts, Gekkodan Inukari, for sure. But yeah, as I said here, after episode 2 specifically, the 2 first segments probably rose in my opinion. The last segment, not so much. And again, I've kind of been through a lot of this stuff already. Unsure how to categorize it, but maybe that's okay. Maybe I don't need to know. So what did we learn? We learned that this thing is the spawn of Satan. That's pretty cool. That's a good lesson. But also we learned that it's just kind of more of the show. And the show's good, and the jokes are pretty decent. And I don't know, I'm keen to see more next week, of course. We're going to be tripling down on audio checks as well. Tripling. I don't know. I'm a bit miffed, but we got something out here, and that's all that matters. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week for more. Expect the last episode of Goku and the first episode of Zan Sayonara Zetsubou Sensei, I believe is the last one. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later. Goodbye.